of lessons: the geometric sequence, geometric means, and the geometric series. But I will discuss it one at a time. First, the geometric sequence. Geometric sequence. It is a sequence with a common ratio. When a sequence of numbers follows a pattern of multiplying a fixed non-zero number from one term to obtain the next term, that sequence is called geometric sequence. And there is a common ratio on geometric sequence, and the common ratio denoted by R can be determined by dividing any term in the sequence by the term that precedes it. In finding the nth term of the geometric sequence, we have the formula a sub n equals a sub 1 times ratio raised to n minus 1, where a sub n is the nth term of the sequence, a sub 1 is the first term of the sequence, r is the common ratio, and n is the number of terms. So let's have an example. Find the 8th term of the sequence 24, 12, 6. So given on the problem, the first term is 24. Common ratio is 1/2. 12 divided by 24, 6 divided by 12 is 1/2. You are required to find the 8th term, so there will be 8 terms on the sequence when it's generated. And then the formula to be used is a sub n equals a sub 1 times ratio raised to n minus 1. By substitution, you will have a sub 8 equals 24 times 1/2 raised to 8 minus 1. And 8 minus 1 is 7. So 1/2 raised to 7 is 1 over 28 times 24. When you simplify 24 over 128, that is 3 over 16. So the 8th term of the sequence is 3 over 16. So another example. Find the 7th term of the sequence 3, 6, 12. So on the problem, the first term is 3. The common ratio is 2. 6 divided by 3, 12 divided by 6 is 2. So common ratio is 2. N equals 7 since you are required to find the 7th term. So the formula to be used is a sub n equals a sub 1 times ratio raised to n minus 1. By substitution, you will have a sub 7 equals 3 times 2 raised to 7 minus 1. 7 minus 1 is 6, and 2 to the 6 is 64. Times 3, that's 192. So the 7th term is 192. Now we have geometric means. Geometric means are the terms in between the two given terms of a geometric sequence. So we have a problem. Insert 3 geometric means between 2 and 32. So when we illustrate this, 2 will be our first term. After 2, there will be 3 terms. And the last term is 32. So there will be 5 terms on the sequence. So when we have our solution, the first term is 2, the a sub n or the last term is 32, and n is 5. And since it will form a geometric sequence, we're going to use the formula for geometric sequence, which is a sub n equals a sub 1 times ratio raised to n minus 1. And a sub n is 32, so it is 32 equals 2 r raised to 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4, so you have 32 equals 2r to the 4th. Dividing both sides by 2, so you have 16 equals r to the 4th. And getting the 4th root of r to the 4th is r, and the 4th root of 16 is 2. So therefore, the common ratio is 2, and we're going to use it to generate the next few terms. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, and 16 times 2 is 32. Therefore, the 3 geometric means are 4, 8, and 16. Next, what is the geometric mean between 8 and 32? So to illustrate the problem, we have 8, a blank, and 32. The first term is 8, the nth term is 32, so there will be 3 terms on the sequence. Again, it will form a geometric sequence, so we're going to use the formula for the nth term of the geometric sequence, which is a sub n equals a sub 1 times ratio raised to n minus 1. So by substitution, you will have 32 equals 8 times r raised to 3 minus 1, and 3 minus 1 is 2. So you will have 32 equals 8r squared, dividing both side by 8. So you will have 4 equals r squared, getting the square roots both sides. So r equals 2. So the ratio is 2. So 8 times 2 is 16. So the geometric mean between 8 and 32 is 16. Insert two geometric means between 2 and 250. So to illustrate the problem, you have 2 blank blank 250. So the first term is 2, the nth term is 250, the number of terms is 4. Since again it will form a geometric sequence, we're going to use the formula for the geometric sequence a sub n equals a sub 1 times ratio raised to n minus 1. So by substitution, you have 250 equals 2r to the 4th raised to 4 minus 1, and 4 minus 1 is 3. So you have 250 equals 2r cubed. Dividing both sides by 2, you have 125 equals r cubed. Getting the cube root of each, so the cube root of r cubed is r, the cube root of 125 is 5. So you have the ratio equals 5. Multiplying it to the first term, which is 2. So 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 5 is 50. And 50 times 5 is 250. Therefore, the geometric means are 10 and 250. So we have now the geometric series. Geometric series is the indicated sum of the terms of a geometric sequence. So the formula for geometric series, S sub n equals a sub 1 times 1 minus r raised to n divided by 1 minus r. Here, ratio is not equal to 1. So you're going to use this formula if the common ratio is not equal to 1. So let's have an example. What is the sum of the first 10 terms of the sequence 3, 6, 12, 24, and 48? So 3, 6, 12, 24, 48 is an example of a geometric sequence. So we're going to use the formula for the sum of the geometric sequence, and that is geometric series. The formula is S sub n equals a sub 1 times the quantity of 1 minus r raised to n all over 1 minus r. So by substitution, you have the number of terms is 10. So you are required to get the sum of the first 10 terms. The common ratio is 2 and the first term is 3. So you have S sub 10 equals 3 times the quantity of 1 minus 2 raised to 10 all over 1 minus 2. 2 raised to 10 is 1024. So you have 3 times the quantity of 1 minus 1024 over 1 minus 2. So when you simplify that, that is 3069. So the sum of the first 10 terms of the sequence 3, 6, 12, 24, 48 is 3069. We have another series, the infinite geometric series. So infinite geometric series is equal to a sub 1 over 1 minus r. So find the sum of the terms of the sequence 4, 1, 1/4, and 1 over 16. So here, the required number of terms to be added is not indicated, so that denotes an infinite geometric series. So a sub 1 is 4, the ratio is 1/4, and you are required to find the sum of the terms of the given infinite sequence. So for the formula, the sum to infinity is equal to a sub 1 over 1 minus r. By substitution, you have 4 over 1 minus 1/4. Simplify first the denominator. 1 minus 1/4 is 3/4. So by dividing fractions, you get the reciprocal of the divisor. Multiply it to your dividend. You will have 4 times 4/3. And the result is 16 over 3. Okay? So that's all. Thank you and good day.